There's a room in my house that doesn't exist on the blueprints. I found the door to it 14 days after I moved in. I wish I never had. Let me back up. I closed on this house in March. Old colonial, built in 1923, priced almost 40% under market, which should have been my first warning. The realtor mentioned the previous owners left in a hurry. She wouldn't say more than that, no matter how many times I asked. The first week, everything felt ordinary. Boxes, furniture, the usual chaos. It was the second week when I started noticing the upstairs hallway felt wrong, shorter than it should be. I measured it with a tape measure one night, convinced myself I'd made an error, and went to bed. I didn't sleep well. On day 14, I was hanging a mirror in that hallway when I noticed a seam behind the drywall. A slightly different texture, a slightly different shade of paint, like someone had patched something over, badly, a long time ago. I got curious. I shouldn't have. Behind that seam was a door, small, wooden, painted over so many times that it almost vanished into the wall. No handle, just a keyhole, dark and empty, like it was waiting for something to look back. I pulled the original county blueprints that same night. That hallway was supposed to be a straight line. No door, no room, nothing at all. That night, my 14th night in this house, I heard something behind that wall. Footsteps, slow, deliberate. Then, nothing. Complete silence for almost a full minute. Just as I convinced myself it had stopped, I heard it, a soft, dragging scrape like fingernails pulled gently across old wood. I told myself it was pipes. Old houses make noises. For a few days after, honestly, nothing happened. No sounds, no signs, nothing behind the wall. I actually started to relax. I even laughed about it with a friend on the phone, told her I'd probably just spooked myself over old house creaks. That's when I found the newspaper clipping. Buried in county archive records from 1974, faded, barely legible, about a family who'd lived in this exact house. 4 children listed by name. But one line stopped me cold. The mother was quoted saying that in this house there had always been a 5th child, one that never appeared in photographs, one the neighbors swore they'd never actually seen. The family moved out that November. No explanation given. That same week, the keyhole, the one I hadn't touched since day one, had been plugged, from the inside, with fabric pushed through just enough to stop anyone from looking in. I checked my own doorbell camera footage, frame by frame. Nothing came down that hallway. Nothing came up the stairs. And yet, by morning, it was sealed. I called a contractor to open the wall properly in daylight with the second person present. He went quiet the second I gave him the address. Said he'd heard things about that street, but wouldn't say what. He agreed to come Friday. Friday, he never showed. By Monday, his number was disconnected completely, like it had never existed. 3 nights ago, my 21st night in this house, I woke up at 3 a.m. to the hallway floor creaking. Slow. Even. Footsteps, spaced out like something pacing. Patient. In no hurry at all. I looked through my bedroom door, just a crack. The hallway was empty, but the tape I'd placed over that seam myself, just to test if anything would move it, had been peeled back. Carefully. Neatly. Like fingernails had worked it loose from the inside, one edge at a time, without making a single sound. I haven't gone near that hallway since. I'm selling this house. I don't care what I lose on it. Tonight, going through the county archive one final time, I found something I'd missed in every search before. The original 1923 blueprint does show a 5th room upstairs. It's not labeled as a bedroom. It's not labeled as storage. It's labeled in the surveyor's own handwriting. Do not open. Do not counter. I'm sitting in my bedroom right now, door locked, trying to make sense of that line. And that's when I hear it again. Footsteps in the hallway. Slow. Even. Counting off each step like before. They stop, right outside my door. Then, for the first time since I moved in, the counting stops too.